Hello, and thank you so much for joining me in this new lesson where we're going to be talking all about conflicts related to teamwork. So, in the last lesson, we talked about partners being like your partner, like partners in crime, partners in, I'm not saying do crime together, I'm just saying like partners, partners in life. You're a team. You want to act as a team. That means that you want to be on each other's side. You want to always take their side. Remember, you don't want to go from hurt, hurt, hurt. You want to see that they're hurting and just make it better. Help them out. Okay? They're hurting. Make it easier for them by saying, I'm with you. Poor baby, or that must suck. Okay? That's okay. Now, what do you do if there's a conflict between like your partner and your parents? So let's say that your parents think that your partner isn't good enough for you, or they're just not happy that they're not from like a certain region or certain religion or something, and you don't know who to side with. Do you side with your partner or do you side with your parents? Well, it depends. If you're just starting to date this person, like you've been together for maybe like 3 or 6 months, and you're not that committed to each other in the sense of you haven't like fully gotten to know each other yet, you haven't really committed, you haven't gotten engaged, you don't have any children together, then, I mean, sometimes it's okay to side with your parents, to think about what your parents are saying. Maybe they recognize something and just listen to them. And it's your age too. Like if you're in your young 20s or before, maybe your parents are onto something. If you're much older, then, use your judgment. But if you're already married or you're like you want to marry this person, you have children with this person or anything, and you're like really, really intent on the relationship continuing for the long run, you have to side with your partner over your parents. There's a saying I heard that a man becomes a man when he can side with his partner over his mother. Now, what I mean by this is your parents, they have their own opportunities to create relationships. So like if your parents are still married, they have each other. If they're divorced or something, then, like they have their friends. They had their chance to build a great relationship. But now it's your chance to build your relationship, guys. It's yours. It's yours. So you have to put it first. Because if everyone puts their partner first, then everyone will have somebody that they're their first. So if you put your parents first, and your parent had a partner that they put their partner first or something, and like their partner puts them first, then they got two people who put them as their first, right? So like you put your mother first, and your mother's husband put her first, and now she has two people putting her first, but no one's putting your partner first. You have to put your partner first, okay? All the time, so that everyone has a first, an opportunity where they're first. Everyone needs to be somebody's first priority. It's like really, really exciting. It's a really, really special feeling, and your partner will be so grateful and so appreciative of you putting them first. And it's so important to make them feel accepted and loved, and that things are going to be okay. It's really hard, guys. Like I'm sure you know this. Like to meet the other person's parents, it's hard. If they're going to side with their parents, you're going to feel like an outsider, like an outcast, and that's not a good feeling. And we don't want that. But we can put our partner first so that we can build a home together, and then they feel like it's okay. Remember, our partners are very, very insecure about our parents. We want to put them first. All the time. Always put your partner first. Now, at the beginning, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to put your partner first if you're not used to doing this. Your parents are going to be like, what? I raised you? Who are you to put them first? Like, you owe me. It could be hard at the beginning, but just keep putting them first. Keep siding with them. Eventually, your parents are going to get the message, and they're going to stop. And if they don't stop, guys, it's your life. It's your partner. You spend way more time with your partner than you do when you're with your parents, when you're an adult. I say it's more important that you side with your partner. Okay? You want to keep them happy. You want to keep them feeling loved, valued, and understood. And that they matter. And that's okay. Another thing is if there's issues between your parents and your partner, you have to think about why. A lot of us are guilty of speaking badly about our partner to our parents and friends when we're upset. Because it's easy. You easily get people on your side by just saying bad things about someone else. But guys, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Because now, if you tell your parents all these bad things about your partner, how are you going to get your partner to like, how are you going to get your parents to like your partner? Like seriously, how? If you say things that aren't nice, they're going to tell you, okay, don't be with this person. And now you're stuck because you actually like your partner. You love them. You've been together for such a long time. But you said so many bad things. You painted such a bad picture that you're stuck. You're like actually stuck now. And now you have to unpaint this picture. And it's hard. Just don't go there. Just tell the truth. Just be honest. And don't talk badly about people's back in general, because then you paint a bad picture of them. And it's easy sometimes. Like you feel bad, you want to feel better, so you just do it. But it hurts you in the end. It always hurts you in the end. Because it doesn't solve the problem. And now you have to deal with people who don't like your partner. And it's hard to feel like people don't like your partner. Okay, it's like it's not a good feeling. It's better just to keep things with your partner internally between you and just don't talk badly about each other. Okay? Like it's not going to help anything. Now, so that's one reason why your parents may like have an issue, and they may think that like your partner's not good for you because you're telling them bad things. Another thing is that it may just be like a cultural or entitlement or other issue not related to you. Maybe the way your parents were raised, they think that it's really, really important that you come from exactly the same sect of religion and religious observance. But if it's not so important to you guys, it's your life. Like, it's your life. You're going to live with this person. Okay? Like, you need to put them first because you're going to be the one that's living with them. And if they think that they're not good enough for you, then, like, maybe your parents are insecure and they think that they need the best. But, like, you know, this is good enough. And guys, our partners are often what we make them. If they're not the best, we can build a better relationship by using the tools throughout this course. So always remember, guys, you want to put your partner first. We touched about entitlement, but I'm not going to really get into it in this course. We're going to talk about that in a future course, but a lot you can learn about entitlement. Mark Manson has a book about it called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Puck. If you're interested, check it out. But just the big thing here is you want to put your partner first, guys, because everyone needs to feel like they're first for something. And for you, it's going to be your partner. They're the people you're going to spend the most time with. They're like your biggest investment. Okay, they're gonna do so much good for you. You need to just put them first. They're insecure too. It's hard for them to not be accepted by your family sometimes. But you have to ask yourself, if they're not, what are you telling your family? Okay? When you speak nicely about them to others, you'll paint a good picture. Okay, it'll be easier for you. And just remember, side with your partner. You always want to side with them. Partner, you know, they're your partner, like you're on the same team. And make it so it's you two always there for each other, always knowing that there'll be someone who cares. It'll make your life so much easier and it'll make you feel so much better. Now, if there's conflict with your parents and your partner, side with your partner. It's hard sometimes, but just do it. It's going to be hard at the beginning. Eventually, you're going to get the hang of it. Your parents are going to get used to it. And things are just going to get easier. The hardest part is always starting, but you're an adult. It's your life. It's your, you're going to be living with this person. So put them first. Now, there are extreme examples. Like if your partner is like, saying bad things about your parents or doing things that you really don't enjoy when you can like that are against your limits and against your values, especially if it's early on in the relationship, that you want to set those limits, you want to say that's not okay and enforce them. Remember those 3 things we talked about: clear, consistently enforced, well advertised. And then eventually they'll stick to your limits. And if they're not sticking to your limits and it's early on in the relationship, then it's a sign that maybe it can cause problems for you later on, okay? But if you're already in the relationship and there's a conflict between your partner and your parents and you're committed to making the relationship work, just focus on the limits, okay? Usually your partner isn't going to do something that's like really not okay, all right? Like most people, if you married them already, like they're probably going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like if they weren't good, you probably wouldn't have married them. But if you're already married and you're in it, just use limits exercises to help you with your partner, okay? Eventually, like it's going to click and the behavior is going to change. But just in general, you want to always side with your partner, okay? And then if it's extreme, it's very extreme, use limits. Okay, they say something that's not nice about your family. Use those limits exercises that we talked about. Work on the love tank. Maybe they don't feel loved. Okay, and this is like a way that they're trying to create feeling with you. And then use all these tools. I hope that it'll help you get better, get stronger. Remember, partner first. Okay, like actually you first, but like you need to take care of yourself to take care of others. But if it's between your partner, your parents, your partner and peers, you want to usually side almost always with your partner first. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you in the next lesson.